What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. We are continuing our 15 for 15 series with crafted weapons in the Exotic Glaive for our hunter here, the Edge of Concurrence. Now this is an arc special glaive where we have the ability to charge it up by hitting those ranged hits, and then it throws out almost like a Tempest Strike arc chain on the ground after you charge it up and then reload it. So we're going to go over PvP, PvE God Rolls for you guys. So right here is the PvP God Roll that I have on my glaive at the moment with these perks that we have on this bad boy. There's only one option for intrinsic, so we're going to build this bad boy out for range so we can just map people with that charged ranged shot instead of just using the melee function, which also slaps pretty hard in the PvP realm. Pairing it with like a sidearm or an SMG, I absolutely love it. So for our haft right here, we're going with ballistic tuning, which gives us that 80 range that we have on this bad boy. Absolutely gnarly, and it has 70 handling, so we're able to swap on and off of this weapon very quickly. For our second in our magazine, we're going accurized rounds, once again to give us that nice buff to range, giving us the ability to hit super far actually with the bolt that comes out of the glaive when you actually fire it. Now right here is our exotic perk, which I was talking about. When the weapon is fully charged, you consume that energy, and then your next shot fires a tracking along the ground an arc chain. It is super nice for PvE, getting some chain of lightning, and this is pretty nice in PvP actually, when you can get it to proc. A little bit more challenging with the meta, but once it does, it's a nice way to get people just pick out, throw it, and it'll just chase them for a second, and it does a good amount of damage on this weapon. Definitely my favorite part about having the three glaives for our Warlock, Titan, and Hunter is this exotic differences between them. Now for our stock, we're going with short action just because it does maximize our handling and range. Like I said, again, cranking it up to 80 in our range and 70 in our handling, so we can switch on and off of this weapon fast while mapping people with that ranged attack. Now for the PvE God Roll right here, not much is changing in this roll. We're just building it out for a little better shield duration so we can block that incoming damage, and we're giving the magazine a couple extra shots. So you compare this with your arc subclass and some glaive special ammo finders, and then also that scavenger, so you can always have that range attack being able to hit, which gives us our nice exotic perk and lightning seeker, and that's really what we're using it for in the PvE realm, is to get the lightning seeker exotic perk to proc. So for our other perks that we have on this, for our haft, we're going to have auxiliary reserves, which gives us that nice increase to our shield duration because glaives do block so much damage in the game, and it is very useful for that end game content. Now for our magazine, we're going with appended mag right here. It gives us that nice 7 bullets in the magazine, which allows us to continuously have our lightning seeker up. So having that appended mag in this slot is a go-to for PvE. Once again, that lightning seeker, so we get those ranged shots, and then we press R or your reload button to consume that energy, and then your next shot shoots on the ground and it tracks enemies nearby, and it does do a good amount of damage like I said. Finally, for our stock right here, we have short action stock again, just because all of the other ones don't do much difference beside giving us less handling. So this gives us the most, and it's the best to have the higher handling on this, just so we can switch it out between whatever we may be using. Pulse rifle, something in that slot that is a bow, maybe even for overloads. So it is nice to have the option with 70 handling on this bad boy to be able to switch on and off of it very quickly. So that's what we're going with for PvE, but definitely building it out for that nice shield duration, and then being able to have 7 bullets in the magazine to get the ranged hits and allow that thing to charge up so we can use the lightning seeker and really destroy those enemies. So thank you guys so much for watching the 15 for 15 here. Next time we got a nice shotgun for you, going over those PvP, PvE God Rolls with the Raggle Hild shotgun.